on the Desert from CBS Local 2.
Welcome to Eye on the Desert. I'm Lauren Coronado. Patrick Evans has the evening off. This month's Coachella Valley Spotlight Grant recipient, in partnership with the HN and Francis C. Berger Foundation and CBS Local 2 News, will help organizations plan health programs. CEO of HARC, Jenna LeComte-Hinely joins me now with more. Now, you were the August recipient. Tell me what it was like to receive that grant.
Well, it was really wonderful because HARC is a nonprofit that provides research and evaluation services. So we don't provide direct services, but what we do provide is support and data for all types of organizations so that they can do their best work. And because of this, we're often not the most sympathetic to some funders. Funders say, oh, research, we don't fund that. Mm-hmm. And this is actually a particular grant that my grant writer said, you're never going to get this, you should give up. And I was like, I think I'm going to try again. And so it was extremely gratifying when we got this grant from the Berger Foundation. I'm so thrilled. And of course, to be a part of the publicity with it.
Absolutely. And where will a majority of that money go?
So every 3 years, HARC does this survey of the health of the Coachella Valley. And it's a huge survey, represents our entire valley, and it covers topics like healthcare access, utilization, health behaviors, mental health, major disease, and a ton of different demographics. So we recently released in January our latest and greatest, our fourth survey really. And so now our energies are all spent on making sure that people know that that data is there, that this resource is there for them and it's free. And so we're hoping to spend the money on doing some training so people feel it's accessible. I know data is really scary to some people and we want to make it as easy and digestible as possible. Also, turning it into reports, infographics, press releases, anything to make it get used, because if data just sits on the shelf, it was pointless. All of our work was pointless. Right. What we need is for people to take it and run with it. And most people who use our data are other nonprofits, governmental agencies, K-12, and funders as well. And they use it to prioritize what are the health issues that we should address here. Because while there's lots and we would all like to fix all of them, what are the most critical? And to make the case for funding, right? It's one thing to say, I think this is a big issue. It's another to say, this independent study shows this affects thousands of people in our community.
Wow, so a lot of very useful information.
Very useful. In fact, about more than 24 organizations have used it to bring in more than 12.8 million in the past 5 years.
Wow, that's
and that
incredible.
Pays for things like free HIV tests and pregnancy prevention training for
a lot of important things, definitely.
Yeah.
And you had to apply for that twice. But for any other folks who are trying to apply, of course, you have that number on your screen. If you're interested, of course, this is our Coachella Valley Spotlight information right there on your screen. And after the break, coming up, Chef Freddie brings us his tip of the week, and it's sure to be delicious. Stick around. You're watching Eye on the Desert.